you know, I do this is kind of fun to do, and then when I'm done this, I go out and I live my normal life, just do, you know, normal, ordinary things. Basically, I'm like Seinfeld, but with herpes. Only joking. Chlamydia. And I live in kind of a rural area, so like Seinfeld, I too have a crazy, wacky neighbor who, when he gets frustrated, uses the N-word. So, I developed a reputation, especially locally, as, you know, kind of an asshole, like someone really confrontational. And the furthest thing about me could be true. I'll tell you a little story. I went ahead and, the other day, I was at my local shopping mall. I was resting in one of those big leather chairs that vibrate, just dozing off because, you know, my career's really skyrocketing at this point. And this guy comes over, shakes me awake and says, "You know what your problem is? You're an unapproachable dick." And then he just walks right off! I don't think you know what unapproachable means. I also don't think you know what irony is. And, you know, I've also developed a bit of a reputation, like, as being being a comedian on Zoom, especially. Because I run a pickup room, like, I have comics, they go ahead and perform, they do some stuff. And, like, I'll have some really terrible comics come on, like, just go on with no jokes, no punchlines. And I didn't feel bad for this one comic, because I went ahead and gave him the signal, hey, it's time to wrap it up. And he said, "Oh, do I have time to tell one more joke?" Like, you didn't tell any for the last 5 minutes, so fuck no. But he did this really terrible joke where he said something about how Susan B. Anthony wasn't much of a looker. And I'm like, you know what, not only is that just like not funny and not crude, but it's also not accurate. You know how many times I've jacked off to a silver dollar? You go ahead, you wash him off, and you save him for the Uber Eats guy if he's late with your food. But it's like, I'm trying to stay off social media now a lot too, just because the whole, you know, Elon Musk and Twitter thing. Like, I've been slowly getting sick of social media for a while, just because like, people can be really mean and nasty. Like, I got this one DM one time on my Instagram. There's this guy who went ahead and said, "Hey Tom, when are you going to start being funny?" I responded, "Well, probably when I stop banging your mom." And when you know it, the guy's mom responded to me and was angry. To be fair though, why was she letting her 6th grader on Instagram? I also get a lot of like younger comics, like comics who are like 18, 19 years old, trying to troll me on Instagram, trying to teach me about comedy. I'm like, "Bud, I was doing this when your parents wanted to plan B your sorry asses, all right?" I was perfecting proper joke structure when your dad was chasing your mom with a coat hanger, okay? I get a lot of younger comics though, like they legit want to ask me for advice. Like, I got this one comic the other day, he texted me and said, "Hey Tom, what's the quickest way to become famous as a comedian?" And I said, "Say something racist or commit sexual assault." It's 2022, what do you want me to say? Write jokes? No, fuck that shit. But, like, I do find the longer I've been doing this, the more I can sympathize with female comics. I can relate to them because like most female comics, I too have been the target of a bunch of racist white incels who talk shit about me on their podcasts. But unlike most female comics, I don't get unsolicited dick pics in my inbox. I asked for them. I'm going to go ahead and end on a positive note. Not really, I just want to give you guys a brief moment of hope. My grandparents were married in 1945, and they're still together. Because my family loves them so much, they're not quite ready to bury their corpses yet. Only joking! I haven't told anybody they're dead yet because I'm still hooked on their meds. Philadelphia, it's been an absolute pleasure.